I don't think you can see that, but I forgot to turn the heat down a little bit. That thing's been honking in here for about an hour and a half, and it's about 78 degrees, about 25 or 6 degrees Celsius. So we'll turn it down a little bit. She's definitely pumping good. Holy moly. Turn it down to 15. That'll slow down when it listen to the ticking. This is kind of weird. It's really hot. Changed kind of colors too there. There, now she's slowing down. Anyways, how's she going today? Pretty good here. We'll just top her up. Looks pretty awesome. It's leaking though somewhere. Sure saves trying to lift it up and hold it. Good enough. Should probably get a better place to hang that up, but all right. So anyways, we're in the shed here today, just working on the saw here. I'm gonna mount you on the chest mount here. We got her pretty well all cleaned up. It was it's got a little bit of tarnish to it, but cleaned up pretty good. I blew the gas tank out, so it should be hopefully fairly good and clean in there, I'd say. And I don't think that filter looks terrible bad. There's no real sawdust or anything in there. It was pretty clean, so I think I might have already cleaned it, but there's the size of your tank. So it's not huge. I think it does go over into this cavity a little bit though, but it definitely is not huge. So I'll put that up there. I don't know if we're going to do an assembly tonight, but there's the motor part. I got it all cleaned up. I even took apart this plate here and then took this cover off here. That all exposes all your brake and stuff. Got that all cleaned up on this side. Maybe we'll throw the flywheel back on tonight and clean up all on the inside. And I did put in some can't reassemble anyways tonight. I didn't bring any two-stroke with me, but I put some fresh two-stroke in there. It's kind of neat how that works, eh? So it'll suck. Let me think. It's probably going. Let me think now. You're pulling. It's probably going this way. No, that doesn't make sense because it would suck in. Shoved in there, but it would suck in from there and then sucks it in the bottom to lubricate the bottom, and then when this comes around it pushes her up the top port into the top, so it would push her up. Let's get this back out here. Maybe, hang on, I gotta mount you, hold on. Just realized that totally didn't sound good. So I apologize for that. Guess we could pull this guy out now too. So I got a box of parts here too. We're gonna spec the new one here and see what the gaps are on those rings. Why the heck will this not come out for me? It's being real nuisance. Okay. So yes, it sucks it in the bottom port here. And from the vacuum of the piston going up and down, and then when it's coming up the other way, it should shoot it up these side ports to the top, and then of course, you know, sparks and burns and does it all again really fast more. So if you remember the specs on that, the one ring was like 16,000, the other one was I think a little bit over 20, so that was pretty high. So yeah, this guy cleaned up pretty good. In this little bag here is another part I cleaned up. Look at this, all franchy schmancy, all cleaned up again. So that's good. That's for there. This for now. I think I got quite a bit of oil down in there. Let's just grab the light here. Everything looked pretty good down there. I did all fill it right full of the cleaning solution and washed her right out. So I don't know if I want to yet. Oh, made this tool too. I printed this up. So when we go to reassemble this, this guy's supposed to sit down in here, and then the piston comes down. I don't really want to get this all dirty from this thing. This piston comes down, then it locks onto the top of this thing here. So when you go to fight it, you're not fighting with the piston all moving all over the place and stuff. So that's a reassembly tool. And this is the official piston ring compressor tool. I think I showed you that last time. So that's cool. You can build all those and print those on the 3D printer. And then of course in here is the flywheel. What did I do with... oh, there. Whew. I was scared for a second. Like, oh no, I lost the flywheel nut. There's a nice new shiny Japan flywheel. So I guess we could throw it back on. I just got to get these keys lined up. Now this is a replaceable key on there, which is good, but this of course would shear out of there real good. Let me get that on the right spot. There we go. And I forget what size this guy was now, but looks like it was that side that was down. I believe the threads were reversed. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we shouldn't put this on yet. Let's work on that cylinder first. That's probably a good idea. Okay, so we won't do that quite yet. But anyways, that's the idea. So really there's not much else I can really do with this guy right now. We'll just leave him sitting here because I didn't bring up any two-stroke gas or oil and a little brush for when we do the assembly. So I didn't forgot to bring that up. Let's have a look at this stuff anyways while we're here. Probably just going to be a shorty kind of video today. Just wanted to spec these and see if it's even going to be worth doing. You know, for $50, I mean, probably be all right for an occasional use saw. I wouldn't probably be taking her in the bush and cutting all day with her, but you never know. It might be all right. There wasn't a lot of great reviews on it. Okay, all that in this little box. There wasn't a whole ton of really great reviews on it, so I'm a little bit leery, but that, well, everything's all jammed in there. That quick cut we rebuilt, though, it actually came out pretty good with those chintzy sort of parts. Okay, what do we got? Really crappy spark plug and some probably really crappy lines. And there's the crankshaft bearing in there as well. That's that little guy there. And decompression valve. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe it's alright. I think that would probably leak though. Who knows? Maybe it just needs a bit of goopy stuff. Now this, I'm not 100% sure what this little hose is for, this guy. It might be for something for the oiler. I'm not too sure. Or it could be a tank vent. No, I don't think so. It's got a keyed thing on it, you know, like it's got to go in a certain way. But anyways, this is fuel line. Doesn't feel too bad. This isn't, no, this is not what they're using for the whatchamacallit. This is for the inside the oil tank. So that's a filter for that. Oh. What do we got? Another bearing. Oh, that's for the clutch side. This is the clutch bearing for in here, our clutch bearing. That's this guy here, I guess. Well, that's kind of neat. I didn't notice that on the thing. but they didn't give us an impulse line, which is kind of sort of weird. So I might just go order this little line and get an official Stihl line. That might not be a bad idea. This is supposed to squish on here, but maybe it'll be all right. I don't know. Oh, now then, you done it. I don't know if I want to use that or not. It's kind of buried, so you want a fairly decent line that's going to take this fuel and crap, right? With the how do they pack that in there? With the ethanol and the gas and crap, I don't know. Still not sure what that one's for though. It's not an impulse line. Might be something for oil, probably oil line. I'm gonna keep that guy out for a second because we got to look at the rest of this cool stuff. There's a nice new filter. How's that close to look? So this is how they do the choke on this guy. If you noticed on the carburetor, there's no butterfly for the choke. It's just throttle only. Oh, and that just fell out. Gravy. We'll figure that out after. So this is how they do the choke. When you push the handle down here, this little tab here pushes up on that, which closes off your little valvey thing there. That's your choke. So that filter doesn't look too bad. The guys were saying that oh, they don't line up and blah blah blah. Well, let's just try her here, maybe. Pretend that this carburetor's all on here. Let's get that in there. Yeah. I think it'll probably be fine. Or will it? Yeah, I think it's probably going to be all right. Sweet. Okay. Put that old in there. Leave this guy here. Now there's our base gasket. I kind of wish it was in a little bit more of a cover. It should be all right. Looks like it lines up pretty good there. Trying to keep the crap out of there. This should be the main parts. Kind of worries me a little bit when they put it in there and install it like that. I'd rather see it in a separate little box, to be honest. We gotta look for flaws. One guy said, oh, the spark plug hole is all marred out and all. Like it was not, wouldn't thread the spark plug in. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. All right, so we got some rings, looks like here. Yeah, I just don't like when they do that. There's a little set of rings. Pretty tiny. There's a wrist pin. And the piston. Ooh, that's a lot nicer in there. Alright, so let's get this figured out again here. That would be our exhaust. There's a little circlips too, better not lose them. And that always goes up there. You always put the arrow on the piston towards the exhaust. Okay, so that would go like that, and that would go like that. Arrow on the piston. Trying to get this kind of where it should go here, although it doesn't make a huge difference. arrow on the piston. Yeah. So that should land right in, ooh, right in there. Should have this lubed up, but there's no real cross hatching in there, which has got me a little bit concerned. Ooh. I don't even think I can spec that. That's really tight. I don't know if you guys can see down there, but right down pretty much in line with this bolt hole is the ring gap. I'm just going to push that in a little more maybe. Wow, that's... Woo! I don't know if I can go that small. What's the smallest we got? 35, that's huge. 23, 17, 13, 10, 2, 15 thou. Zero, 0, 1, 5. Sorry, not 15 thou. Okay, so it's bigger than 15. Let's try a 2 thou. I know you guys probably can't see, but because I can't see either. So we got 2 thou there. Let's try a 3 thou. I think they want it between 6 to 10. Boy, it doesn't leave much room for heat expansion. I'm gonna have to figure out a light here because I can't see nothing. I'm not sure if you guys can see that ring gap, probably not. Okay, so 3 fits, that's good. Let's try 4 thou. 4 thou probably won't fit. Four's just fitting. If we can get 5 in there, we'll be looking pretty good. Yep, 5 fits, okay. Well, pretty darn on spec. They wanted you to start around 6. 6 is just dragging, okay. That's good for that ring. We'll do the other guy here too. Just the same area, I think, because it'll give us the same measurement. Okay, let's push him down. Let's try 6. It looks pretty close. Can't see it. Mm, 6. Good. That's a good starting point. 6 thou. I'm liking that. All right. I could probably actually install these guys here. I hate doing this second ring, so. Okay, so that's that guy, and this guy is over here. Awesome. I'd like to get this thing put together tonight, but like I say, I forgot to bring stuff. that should work good. You put her down, put your guy in, and then bing, 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 bing. Tap her home. As long as your arrow is faced from forwards. Yeah. That should be good. So that's the official sized one. I've also got these other guys here too, but I think they're too skinny. It'd be this bigger one, I think. Now, what does this? So it does kind of have a taper, so you might actually even get them started, but I'll probably try to use this little compression tool. Ooh, not liking that. Kind of getting stuck there. Yeah, either one would work. Kind of like the other one because it's got a little bit bigger land on it, you know. Sweet! That's awesome! Yeah. That one's actually sits a bit tighter than this one. This one's a little bit looser on it. Just was a little bit curious why that thing was kind of binding on that one a little bit. Don't really like that too much. Things like to move. Yeah, I just kind of a bit concerned about putting that in, and then if that thing doesn't kind of release and squeeze out the way it's supposed to, it's gonna not have the right compression in there, but we'll have to take a chance, I guess. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. Okay, we're good. So, we won't need those guys. For 6 thou, that's pretty darn decent. We'll take that, I think. But for now, should just test this out. Yeah, looks pretty good and clean inside. There's no real cross hatching, which has got me a little bit concerned because the cross hatching is supposed to hold a little bit of oil in there, right? So maybe that would make it burn up faster. I wonder if I should. Ooh, I got a little hone somewhere, but I don't think it's that right size. Oh yeah, and this ended up being a little bit bigger piston. We'll measure them both here too while we're looking at this guy. So the original one is supposed to be around that 44. So this is technically a big bore kit. $43.81. We wore down a little bit. 44.72, so it's quite a bit bigger. She'll have a good bark to it, maybe. We'll see about that. All right, that should be good. And I guess for now we'll just kind of plunk this stuff back together. I'm not gonna put that piston back in there though. Let's put her down there for now. That guy in there, maybe save that one. And then that's your wrist pin bearing. Yeah, and then that filter, we'll just put him on top. And this little pack of goodies, put back in there. But we'll get rebuilding this guy soon here, just not quite ready yet. But yeah, she looked good, come out pretty clean, like it almost looks brand new inside there, so I didn't paint nothing. So I mean, it come out, I think, pretty darn good. This was all crubbed in here, if you remember. This is going to be fun getting that this boot back in here. I think it's still pretty good, so we'll just drive on with it, but I got to get it off, I guess, there too, don't we? We'll wait for that. We don't need to do that right now. And I can put it back on the same way. Okay, I guess we're good to go. Sweet. Spec'd out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that'll be all right. Oh, I do have to clean up this guy too, though. Get him back on and all timed and gapped, and it's pretty dirty. It's going to need quite a bit of cleaning, but I'll do that before we put it back on. Some brake cleaner or whatever on him, and I'm good to go. But anyways, thanks again for watching. Actually, I came out this morning to check the fuel level, and this thing had shut off, and it gave me a code that it was over voltage. I'm like, that's weird. So I checked the battery. It was actually like 9.5 volts, so it actually killed the battery. So I put my the big charger on there, which I probably should just leave that off now, and then put let me think, this guy and this guy back off, this guy back on. That's my battery tender. Better put it on the right way. That would suck. Usually that thing kind of kept up to the battery, but apparently today it didn't. So, but this is out of the John Deere mower, so we'll give him a juicing for the night, I guess. Plug him back in. And yeah, that one's up pretty good now. I had this guy on here to tell me what it was sitting at. 12.5, so that's not bad. All right, hopefully we're good to go. Making some good heat there still. We'll just let me turn that down even more. And the other settings right down, so it's about as low as it'll go there. But that keeps it like 15 degrees in here. Not bad, but it's pretty warm in here right now. It's pretty warm. But anyways, it was nice working, and let me tell you. So that's it for today. We'll get rebuilding that feller soon there, and see if she'll start. But we lost all our snow again. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't see nothing in here. Remember, all this wood here was all covered in snow. Well, it's all gone again. She melted. But anyways, going to bed. Thanks again for watching. Catch you all later. You guys have a good day.